Happy Easter and Passover, both. Can you believe it? It is Sunday, it's the 17th of April, 2022, and I want to get this out. I'm leaving for a week driving trip with my son, cross country, as he's relocating to California. His wife will follow afterwards, so it's the two of us. I've never done that with my son. It should be a ball. And then I'll fly back a week from Sunday. So I'm certainly not going to be able to be in the studio. I didn't know when this was going to happen. I had promised him when it happened I would do it, and it got sprung on us very quickly. So he has to start his job at the end of the month, and he's got to get relocated, so Dad's going with. All right, but I'm going to have my computer with me. And as long as I have a computer and the internet, away I go. So I got to, anywhere there's a phone signal, I'll be fine. I will put out my morning updates as best as I can for my subscribers. That's the paid subscribers. I will put out my updates for the written subscribers with a quick brief, much briefer than I normally write, and what I see in the markets, and for trades that you have on, I'll keep up with them. So unfortunately, it's only in my studio that I'll be out of touch. All right. So you'll see me not next Sunday, most likely, but Monday. So not this coming Monday, a week from Monday. In the meantime, if you want to try our free offers and so on, just take your cursor in this video, move it to the top. You'll see an icon, give it a click, and away we go. So the event of the weekend to me for the futures markets is simply the fact that we've got President Biden reversing his energy policy rather dramatically. He is now going to open up public lands, federal lands, if you will, for oil and natural gas. I applaud the man. It was a rough decision. He fought this tooth nail. You know it. He's against it because of the greening. I get it, but the world changed with Russia. Russia has done the terrible event. It may get even worse because you never know when they're going to put their finger on a nuclear tactical weapon. They keep threatening to do things. They're threatening the United States, as you know, because this all affects metals right now. They're threatening us for giving heavy arms to the Ukraine. It means we're getting involved, blah, blah. They can't tell us what to do. End of discussion. Biden, come on, strap it on. They can't tell you what to do. We'll do as we see fit. We know we're not going to cross a line to put troops on the ground, but if we want to give them heavy armaments, what is this? Russia dictates the rules? Forget it. So that's the first part of that. But the good news is we're going to have these lands open up. Now, what the program is, I don't know enough about it. I can't find the details so far over the holiday weekend. They'll come out. Next, let's pressure the president and his administration to finish the pipes. Yeah, get this Keystone done. Don't kill this off. You want to become a real thorn to OPEC and to Russia? Let me tell you how you do it. We get back to energy dependence on ourselves. We're self-sufficient. We become an exporter. With Canada, do you realize the power we have? Take oil to the west, take oil to the east. We become important, and natural gas. This is a major, major opportunity for the world to get free countries opening up free markets, not using oil as a weapon. The Saudis, OPEC, cannot be trusted. They are doing nothing to help you. Russia is undependable. They're going to use their energy as a weapon. It's only a question when they really threaten to shut it all off. They need the money, but, it depends how the war goes for them. They need a big win. Maripol's probably it. Okay, so as we look at the gold market, the trend is up. You got over the upper Bollinger Band. You only stay over that 5% of the time. I look for the pros to be buying on this break. They don't want to see prices back under 1750, 390. Barring that, why not the market going to even higher levels? On the weekly chart, here you are. Can you get back over 2,000? I don't see why not. It's got everything going for it. Bloomberg wrote me to do a piece for tomorrow on their TikTok about gold. Is this the move that can carry it? My answer is it is, for a very important reason. It's called inflation. War was fun in terms for the gold bulls. They watched the market go up at, obviously, the price of the Ukrainian people, which was terrible, but uncertainty bred that. So for those people, it was fun. Now a different element of fun, hurt, happens. Inflation. That isn't going away. So as it doesn't go away, you're going to inflate. China lowered its bank reserve requirements on Friday. So it's the equivalent of, I don't know how many billions. It's not a huge move, but it's an important move. It's the first of many because now they're starting to open up other cities within China. Their zero tolerance policy is the ridiculous policy. It doesn't work. It hurts their economy and world economies. Vaccines work. Okay, that's what works. Why they fight that is beyond me. Why their vaccines don't work is like American ones. I can't answer. So why not buy ones from Pfizer, Moderna, and the other companies and call it a day? That would be the smart thing, but pride is pride. So as I look at the market here, why not? It can go up. It's been a disappointing market. I admit that. But it is a market that's churning gradually higher on a weekly chart. You can't fight that. As you come to the bar chart, you see how the market had this break low. That's the numbers you don't want to get under again. You don't want to see this really under 1888.30. If it does that, you're just going to disappoint people galore. But why can't you be headed towards that number? I don't see any reason not to. You're not in an uptrend yet. You've had the markets give you a crossover back here where the 18, as you can see, the red line got over the green. It has stayed there for a good amount of time. The resistance is well known. You got over the Bollinger Band during the Ukrainian event, and the market settled back. That event's not going away, my friends. The war in Ukraine is not going to end anytime soon. This is going to drag on unless Russia decides Mariupol and that corridor to Crimea is it, and they want to stop. It's not in their book the way they do things, but I'm not a military tactician, but I've certainly read now a tremendous amount of things. It's not enough of an uncle call, and Russia's flexed its muscles. We'll see. Nobody knows. Do I think it's anytime soon this will end? No. But even if it did, does that stop inflation? The answer is no. It doesn't stop inflation. It doesn't help when China shuts its economy down. The supply chains don't improve at that point. So this is what you're dealing with. And we don't have a trend on the weekly chart. We have a bias that is up. Your momentum had been pointing down. It's flattened out. The gold-silver ratio, notice how it's staying under the 18-week average of closes. That means silver overall wants to gain on gold, and silver fell back to the 100-week average. The green line held. It, like gold, isn't in a trend, but what it did is it got high enough this week to stop this. You had a pattern of lower highs, lower lows, which is bearish, fell into the first closest main moving average. If it gets over that number, it negates the downtrend, and that's what's happened. It is not in an uptrend, but it's no longer in a downtrend. In the copper market, I feel good about this. I said, watch out. The pros are going to step out of the market at the upper Bollinger Band. But I've said other things too. I said, as China comes back to the marketplace, one of the things they'll start doing is doing just what they started with on Friday. And that is they're going to have to throw money at their economy to get the engine going again. That money is going to spur on demand for your base metals because they're going to start producing things one more time. I look at that as very bullish. Platinum, bearish market, resistance now, 1,011. The key is if you can get over 1049.60, you negate the downtrend. Until that happens, the pros will be selling this market into that resistance, and that's where they'll pop out, is what I said. Dollar is stretched out. You know, here you are with a market that's got, what are we now, 4 weeks in a row over the upper Bollinger Band. I certainly think that's very, very stretched out. You can go 5. It's rare to do more than 5. The yen did do it. The yen went to 6. I'm sorry. The yen went to 6. And that's this week. It's very rare, very rare. Keep your eye on that one. Remember, any of the offerings, just move your hand right up here, take it with your cursor, and sign up for what you'd like. I will see you all at the very latest a week from Monday. I'm hoping to get home in a reasonable hour on Sunday to do some updates. I just don't know. Take care.